Let's welcome Sister Pino. Sister Roberta. Yes. In the meantime, my roving reporters there. Any word on the ground down there? Over to you. Anybody indicating to you that they want to make a comment? That's where you come in. If you yourself want to make a comment, feel free. Okay, Sister Byfield is ready.
No, but I'm not sure. Someone asked if they were allowed to ask questions, so I think you need to let them know that they can participate if they feel the need. Just raise their hand.
I did tell them earlier that they could. Okay, raise your hand and indicate to them, and they will share with us. So you have something? Okay, Brother Peter.
Yes, sir. Just to lighten the mood a little bit. While I thought about the legacy and everything, I was downstairs and I was pondering. Roving reporter, what is my job? So I wanted to know. I started thinking, and funny enough, I thought about Jamaica and them have a way of saying things. And I don't know who all here remember in Jamaica when them say, foreigner come if you get any legacy. Anybody know that? That say? Yeah, so if you get a soap or, or something, that is a legacy. But that's not the legacy that we're talking about today. Like Evangelist Byfield spoke on. It's something prestige, a Rolls Royce, a Range Rover. And Range Rover common now, right? So I like the Rolls Royce thing. Yeah. So is there anyone with any questions?
All right. While you're getting on that, let me go back to the panel and need to hear from all the other members. Let me go to Pastor Virgin. This morning, sir, you made mention and very strongly too about the foundation. How important do you see the foundation as securing the legacy? How important do you see that concept of foundation?
How I see it, without the foundation, then there will be no building.
Yes.
And of course, I came in, the time when I came in, I see that the foundation was solid.
Yes.
And I make a decision to build upon it.
Yes.
And because of that, I want to know that we maintain it.
Yes.
And one of the ways that I think we need to maintain it is not only to be here, not at this spot, but in our sanctuary or all the sanctuaries. It's not a one-day thing. It's not a half-day thing to maintain.
Yes.
Because if you have something that you are keeping secure on, you have to make sure that you are there. You have to make sure it is in your position. And you have to make sacrifice to preserve and to maintain the legacy. With everything, with the family, we have to find time to get there, because the family is broken, the family is wayward, the legacy can't secure. Especially to those that we want to pass it on to. We have to make sure that we keep them together so that our legacy can be well secured.
Okay, important. Foundation. Foundation. The Bible tells us that the man who builds on the sand, what will happen when the rains come? God has not strong foundation. We're encouraged to build on the rock, solid thing. Let me hear from a young man, musician, technician, skilled in many areas. What are your thoughts on the whole idea of securing the legacy, and what is it you want to share with, especially the young, in terms of or securing legacy?
Yes. I think one of the things of securing the legacy is to really finding purpose in this pathway. Whatever your aim, your desires are in Christ, whatever you want to achieve, I think finding that purpose in God is the most important so you can find some form of purpose in what you're here for. Because if you don't know, why you're here, sometimes you just lose the taste and the beauty of what God really wants for you.
Yes.
And I think Elder Virgin just touched the point, Pastor Virgin just touched the point, I think is allowing yourself to just to form yourself to have that kind of lifestyle, just to be in His presence at all times.
Yes.
As I was growing up, I mean, every Friday, my mother and we used to have every night. It was like we didn't have no choice, and I just think that
You did what?
we didn't have any choice.
Have no choice. I know somebody with a license plate with that. HNC, and it says have no choice. Important point, because that's what you're brought up. And that's why you can hold on to that thing, because that was how you were brought up.
Yes, sir.
Important. All right, ahead.
Yes, sir. And I just think that kind of thing that's just stuck within me.
Yes.
And in other areas, as far as doing work for the Lord, finding that my passion and not looking any reward from anyone, but from the higher power. That if that means to take off my personal time to make my own benefit, money for me, but to His work, that's what I do. Because I just find the joy in that, and I just think that when people find that joy in whatever they do, it should go to the Lord.
And I like that idea, finding joy in it. And it ties in very well with what Pastor Virgin said. You will end up making sacrifice. It cannot just be the day-to-day thing, and that is it. Sister Pino, I want to pick your brain a little. And because here we are discussing these things, and we're looking at points that are being raised. But I have a fear, Sister Pinnock. And we'll just discuss that this evening, and then that is it. And people will forget, oh, we did discuss that. What advice can you give to help us to remember that we talk about this, and these are the areas? What are some of the suggestions you want to give? Just say, so that we don't just go away and say, okay, we discussed it, it was the 25th anniversary, and we talk about this, and that is it. I will go back to square one. Pick up, please.
Praise the Lord, everybody. It's good to be discussing this topic this evening because we find that society is seriously failing. And as a church, we have to do our part, not just to maintain the legacy where the church is concerned, but to grow children, nurture them, so that society doesn't swallow them up, take them over. Discussing all of these points this evening, knowing Pastor Hall, you may not go with all of them, but he will follow up on some of them at some point. But
I will. Okay.
to the others, the rest of us, leaders of other groups, for example, Pastor Hall cannot do everything. There is the leader or the group that leads the young people.
Yes.
There's the women's fellowship, there's the men's fellowship group, there's the evangelism committee represented here, musicians are represented here, and there are other groups in the audience as well. Each one of these groups, if you can take something from this discussion that you can work on, that you can implement, execute in your group, in your way, so that you're doing your part. For example, I take women's fellowship. If there's something that I can take from here that I can bring back to my ladies and we can discuss and work on it, then we'll do that. For example, we have Bible study monthly among the ladies, where we study about women of the Bible. We don't just look at what they have done, but we always try to see what we can take from them or what we should not take from their lives. So these groups, these situations, see if there's anything in the discussion this evening that you can take back to work on it, make it happen. My little daughter at school in the mornings when they do the pledge, they go, make it happen, and it's her pleasure to do that. And they love when she does it. So groups, individual groups, take something from here. Don't just wait on pastor to take the afternoon session and discuss a point or do something. Take something and make it happen.
I like that idea. I like that idea. So that it is not left on the leadership of the church. So within the smaller groups, I like the idea. Take it and go with it so that they see that you are carrying through and ensuring that the legacy is secured. All right, there's a comment from there. Let me just take the evangelist and come back. Sister Byfield will come next. And then Brother Pedro. Go ahead, please.
So, I'm just going to go back a little to Pastor's thought a while ago, and just to have. So, he spoke about the foundation, and that is very important. But as I thought about it, you know something, and I think you will agree with me that nothing is wrong with the foundation. The foundation is solid. It is already laid. What happened is, as Sister Pinnock said now, whatever group we have, we will have to go work. This is now the superstructure. This is what we are putting up. It's like a building, so this is what we are building up. So we have to make sure now in our different sphere, wherever we serve, we make sure that what we are putting up is going according to the plan, according to the words of God, according to the inspiration, according to the leading. The scripture says, nevertheless, the foundation of the Lord standeth sure. So I want us always to remember that nothing, absolutely nothing, is wrong with the foundation. No man, no pastor, no brother, no sister can touch the foundation. It is already laid. But I'm going to repeat myself now. Is what we do in setting up the superstructure. We have to make sure that what we are doing is solid.
All right. Before Sister Byfield comes, technicians, if there's anybody, are we on Zoom?
We're everywhere, sir. We're everywhere. Yeah.
Pardon me?
We're worldwide, sir. Worldwide.
Yes.
No, I'm talking about the interactive part of it.
Yes,
so
yes,
that
yes.
persons can
Yes.
ask the questions or whatever, okay? So
Let's see, what were you saying there?
Just in light of the securing the legacy, both Brother Bartley and Brother Williams have a question.
Thank you. Securing the legacy implies that there is a legacy already in place. So both Robbie and myself were asking, what is this legacy and where is it or who has it that we can secure it?
All right. We take on that. That's it. We're going to come in.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. My mind reflected this morning on Pastor Hunter when he was given his message on the word legacy, and he was talking about the palm tree. My mind was so focused on that palm tree because I have experience around palm trees, and how he described the palm tree, it put me back now in the sense of the legacy that everybody's talking about. The roots of the palm tree go right down, and then when the palm tree break, it have these spurs in it, a lot of veins in it, like roots. And then my mind is so fixed on it, I said I couldn't let him go back to Pennsylvania without saying something about that palm tree. And I remember when he read Psalms 92, And the righteous shall flourish like the palm tree, and he shall grow like the cedar in Lebanon. Those that be planted in the house of the Lord shall flourish, and in the courts of our God. They shall still bring forth fruit in old age, and they shall be fat and flourishing. And it fixed my mind so much on what you're doing now, because he described that palm tree so much, and then it gave me a sense of the foundation and how we should be.
So thank you, Mr. Palmtree, man. All right. Before you do want us to take the question that was presented first? Okay, let's see. Go ahead.
So, looking at theme here, securing the